Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube. So today I'm going to be doing a surgery tour. I don't think I've really spoke in depth about all the surgeries I've had done, and there has been quite a few. So I'm going to be talking about where, when, the costs, showing you before and afters. So my first surgery that I had done back in 2021 was a labiaplasty. Some people might not know what that is. It's basically, let me search up like the actual definition, so I can give you guys a scientific reasoning for what it is. A cosmetic surgical procedure that reshapes or reduces the size of the labia, specifically the labia minora. So that's the inner lips. So basically you've got your outer lips, the big fat ones are a bit juicy, and then the inner ones. And basically I had one that was like hanging out. Well, they were both hanging out, but one was a lot longer than the other. It was really uneven and I hated the look of it. It's sad because it's so natural and a lot of people have it, but it's just personal preference. I personally wanted them even, and I wanted like an innie. You know how people say like you've got an innie or an outie? That basically means like your lips hang in or they don't. For me, it costs £5,000. I got it done on London Harley Street. And honestly, it was the best surgery I ever had. Best decision I ever made. I loved it. Like, to this day, I think I've got the perfect. So I'm very, very happy. Money well spent, honestly. If you're wanting to see kind of what the procedure looks like, you can obviously have a look on Google as to what other women's look like. Sadly, I can't do a before and after photo on YouTube, but trust me, it looks good. And if you want to go see that, you know where to go. In terms of the actual surgery, I think it took maybe like an hour, not even that. It was super quick. I was put to sleep during it. When I woke up from the surgery, I felt kind of no pain, obviously quite achy down there, but that's obviously very normal. I mean, they put me on a load of drugs for it, so I was pretty happy. And the recovery was super easy. I mean, I think they suggested that I don't have sex for a month, but I think I started doing that after about 2 weeks, and it was totally fine. Like, I had no problems with it. And honestly, it was just super easy, and I'm so glad I had it done. Best decision ever. The second surgery I've ever had done is my chin. I had a chin implant and liposuction under here. You can probably see the scar, to be honest. And I feel like many people haven't heard what a chin implant is, but it's basically just to help with the projection and my side profile. Obviously, a lot of people tend to get chin filler, and I got that for a few years, but it would dissolve or like it would migrate. And so I just wanted something a little bit more permanent because I did naturally have quite a setback chin. And so the doctor suggested that I did a chin implant, which I don't know, I've never heard of someone who had a chin implant. So I was very interested to learn about what it was. So as you can see, here's my chin implant. I mean, I think it's pretty unrecognizable. A lot of people don't know I've had it done, but it basically just, I think it just sits on top of your chin bone. I didn't ask too much about it, to be honest, but he was a very reputable doctor on Harley Street. I mean, this one was a whopping £14,000, which I feel like it's kind of crazy because it didn't make a huge difference, but it just meant that I didn't have to keep getting filler. And I wanted it very natural. I did want it unrecognizable, so that's kind of what I got. Obviously, he did take out liposuction here. I didn't really notice a difference with that, in all honesty. Maybe other people did. It wasn't a huge difference, but I'm pretty happy that I got it done. In terms of the surgery and recovery, I think I was asleep for maybe like an hour, 2 hours. I think that's how long it took, and woke up, no pain. Literally all I had was like a chin strap around me and like a bag of ice here. But I could talk normally, I felt really normal. I didn't really feel any pain. It was literally just like the smallest incision here. So it was really not a lot of downtime at all. Obviously, I think I spent a couple of weeks in bed, and the only problem I had was there was quite a lot of swelling, obviously, and it kind of froze my jaw for a bit. I don't know really how to explain it, but I think when they do the surgery, they basically have to numb here, and I couldn't feel this part of my jaw for so long. I don't know if that's because of the liposuction or whatever, I'm not really sure, but it did make my face look a bit weird when I smiled. Like I had like a smile that was like this for quite a bit of time. But all is well and good because I'm very happy with it now. It just took a bit of time to see the results. surgery number 3. So this one, I got my liposuction. I got this last summer, so 2024. I feel like it's finally all settled now. It did take quite a bit of time to settle. I didn't have a huge amount of fat on my belly before. I mean, you'll see the before and afters, but I basically wanted more of like a ab sketching look, just like a really defined belly. And he definitely gave me that. He took quite a lot of fat. I mean, I think he took it from my back as well. I forgot about that actually. We basically did like 360 all on my upper abs, lower belly, back. The back made a huge difference, which I didn't realize it would. It really defined your bum. You know, if you took the fat out, the bottom of your back, that I loved. It was just the first surgery that I had done though that was quite painful. I did struggle a little bit with the recovery. I don't know if it was because it was summertime and it was so hot, so I was absolutely sweating. And you basically have to wear this compression garment, which is honestly a joke. You have to wear it 24 hours a day in bed, like, and you're already aching anyway, like your tummy feels uncomfortable, never mind like putting on top of like boards and compression garments and having to sleep in that. It weren't it, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't it. I also, for this one, had drains. It was kind of weird, like I woke up and there was these tubes kind of hanging out of me. Literally, the scars are maybe here, like right on my pubic area. You'll probably see them. I don't know if any of you guys watch any of my videos, you'll probably see two dark dots there. And that's basically where the drain sat. There was also a drain like at the top of my bum, if that makes sense. And it basically helps to like leak out the fluids that they pump you with. I'm not really sure. For this one as well, I had to have lymphatic drainage massages every single day for about 2 weeks, and then every other day for another like 4 weeks. It was intense, it really was. It was a heavy recovery. And they were pretty painful. Like, just imagine just after having surgery, someone's kind of like pushing down on your belly to get out the fluids and make sure it's all really smooth. I think that's why we get them done. I'm not 100% sure. This one, again, I got it done in Harley Street, London. I believe I think I maybe paid 12 grand. I am fairly happy with the results of this one. It has taken a lot of healing. At the start, I really kind of wasn't happy. It was quite, how do I even explain it? You know when you have patchy tan and like your belly looks just so unsmooth? Like I don't really know how to explain it. It just looked dodgy. Like it looked quite rough on my stomach. But with time, it's softened so much. I really do like my results than what I had before, definitely. My only problem is there is like a slight unevenness. I don't know if it's just because it's me and so I notice on myself. I'm sure when other people look at it, they don't really see it, but like there are like a little patch of like fat still. Obviously, when you get liposuction done, it's done with a large rod, I believe, like poked into your stomach. And obviously it's super, super difficult to be able to get like a flat stomach and it be really even. That's, I think, the one issue with liposuction is like it can come uneven and the results vary. And yeah, I would just suggest if you're thinking about getting this done, make sure you go to someone really, really highly skilled. Like, don't cheap out on this one. So my last and recent surgery, I got a BBL. I understand that these are really quite dangerous surgeries, but for me, I went to somewhere in London on Harley Street, and the only way you can actually have it done in England is if you have an ultrasound. So basically, they'll have someone checking to make sure where the rod is going, so it's not gonna hit any arteries. So it's very, very slim chance that it could be a fatal surgery. With this one, I had the fat harvest from my arms and my legs. Anywhere else? No. I kind of wish I'd had my ankles done though, because I do have ankles. And basically they took the fat from those areas and pumped it into my butt. What I asked for from the doctor is I didn't want any fat put in the sides of my hips, because I see a lot of doctors when they do a BBL, they want the hips, and I personally believe it makes it look unnatural. And so I just wanted more of a shelf on my bum. So I just said, just put it all in the back of my butt. I wanted to make it look as natural as possible and like I just got the bum from the gym. With this, because I had the fat out my legs, it does sometimes look a little bit uneven. Like it just looks like I've got a huge butt and smaller legs. So I wish kind of I'd had a little bit less fat in, to be honest. But it's pretty tricky because obviously when you get the fat put in, they don't actually know, the doctors don't know what's gonna stay. Apparently 50% of the fat dies. So the doctors don't really know how it's gonna look after. It's hard to predict. And so he did put quite a lot in there. Like when I woke up on the surgery, I was like, whoa, who is this? She's an absolute mammoth. But I was like loving it because I've never had a butt before. So it was just kind of insane to try clothes on with this huge butt. It definitely got smaller and I loved the recovery. The recovery was so much fun. I felt no pain during it. I had 2 weeks off work or 3 weeks, a month, and I literally just like, I was gonna say lay on my ass. I didn't lay on my ass because you can't lay on your ass. Laid on my front. I was eating so much food. I was just like watching so many TV shows. It was so much fun for me. This is bad because this is when surgeries get a bit addictive because I do really enjoy kind of like the healing process. For me, the pain scale was literally 0, which is quite funny really because obviously it's the same kind of liposuction procedure. But yeah, I really loved it. The only thing that was slightly painful was again, the lymphatic drainage massages, but no pain, no gain, hey? The cost for this one, I think it was only 14K. I say that like only 14K. But I think for a BBL, that's not that much money. I can't actually quite remember, you know, because yeah, I think 14K. But obviously you have to buy things for it in terms of like the bandage dresses, and sorry, the bandage dresses, like the compression wear, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I had to buy like a load of things because obviously you can't sit on your butt for, I think 6 weeks I didn't sit on my bum for. And so I had to buy some pillows that would basically like make sure that I was just sat on my legs. I bought this whole blow up bed where it had the arse of it cut out. Any regrets? It's a hard one because I think anyone about their body is going to pick up stuff that they wish they could change or they don't like, but then that's when the problems keep occurring. Personally, I think if you're going to get a surgery done, you've got to be happy before, because if you get that thing changed, your insecurity is just going to go on to the next thing. Like it doesn't fix anything inside if you're getting surgeries done. That's one thing I'll definitely take away from doing surgeries. So yeah, there is a couple tweaks I would like to make, especially with scarring and things like that. But you know, I don't want to keep touching my body too much because otherwise I'll end up looking like a scarecrow. Obviously, there's a lot of future surgeries that I would want. I mean, it's every other week I'm like, oh, maybe I should get that done. Maybe I need to get my boobs done. But the one thing I am really set on getting done is actually toe surgery. I've talked about this somewhere else, but basically I've got the longest toes you've ever seen in the world. And I want them shortening. You can actually get them from here to here. Like you can, basically they take out a bit of the bone and just make them short and cute. And that's what I want. I know some people are gonna think that's really extreme, but it's just something I've always hated. Throughout my whole entire life, these feet have been the bane of my existence. So I'm excited to get that sorted, and maybe I'll take you guys along with me. I really hope you enjoyed hearing about all the grim details of my surgeries. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and hope you have a great rest of your day.